Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia and my channel is all about art and craft. Now, I like to have plenty of paper flowers and foam flowers all ready made so that when I want to create a card or a gift or whatever, I've got them ready. I don't have to go making them. And I thought, you know what, it's a perfect time to do a video to show you guys how I go about it. Now I'll show you how to create this one. Now this one's got the Ranger's Distress Foundry Wax on it, and I love this stuff, and over time I will actually show you how you can use it on other things as well, but that will be for another day. Today we're just going to concentrate on creating a flower. I'm only going to do the one because I want to try and keep this video nice and short after the last one. So basically all I've used is, hang on, I've got these 3 dies. They basically came in a pack. I actually bought them on AliExpress. And these ones are great because I can create roses with them. I can create whatever flower I want, just about. Basically just different types, And so all my scrap paper, I use my dies to cut bits out instead of grabbing a new sheet, just so that I actually get to use up my scrap. So I've done that. I've cut a heap up. So, and with this bunch, I've actually used the yellow cardstock, okay? And what I'm also going to use is the Archival Ink Magenta Hue. Now, this being a pink, you would think it would come up pink. But let's just surprise you on that one, because you're going to go, no, it doesn't. Did I just give it away? I probably did. Anyway, so I use one of these little blending brushes, and all I do is just go along the edges and then sort of come up a little bit, like so, just so that you've got your darkest on the edge and then it sort of fades to lighter. And I sort of, re-ink it every so often. Like that, and then we're just going to turn it over. And do the other side. Now the reason I actually use the archival ink is because of the fact that it's waterproof. So, and that's basically what I need. I need it to be waterproof. There we go. So basically what we're going to do is put this one over to the side. Now if you would notice, because of the fact that I'm doing it on the glass, I've got like little bits on the yellow bit as well, which is perfectly fine because no petal is perfect. And if you actually have a look at them, a lot of the times they actually have like little speckles in them, so that's what it's basically representing. So you kind of get that realism into them. Now here's another one that I've prepared earlier, and this one, the ink is dry now, so I'll be able to show you the next step. See, I've thought of everything. I've made sure that I can show you step by step without having to pause the video or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little spray bottle, and I'm going to give it a bit of a spray, and then pick it up. I'll flip it over a little bit and give it another couple of little squirts, like so. And then I'm going to put it onto my paper towel. I'll just dab it dry a little bit, because you need the moisture in it. And we'll quickly dry this off. Just like that, nice and dry. And then I'll grab my bit of foam. This one is actually dedicated for flower making, but you can use any sort of firm foam that's got a bit of, you know, depth about it. And I'm going to put it on here, and then I'm going to take one of my balling tools. Now generally what I do is, it depends on the size of the petal, which one I will use, and how much I want to change the petal. So for this one, I'm actually going to use the smaller one here, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down, and I'll show you on here first. I put it down and I actually roll the bowling tool, adding a little bit of pressure, okay? So I'll just show you. And as you can see, I'm not ripping the paper or the cardstock, but I'm curving the petal at the same time. So we'll just go all the way around. Like so. And then I'm going to use the other side, which is a little bit wider, and I'm going to push in the middle. Now I know with this one I actually have petals that don't come up, they go down like that, and all you would literally do is, once you've done, you know, every single petal, you would actually flip it around and then press in the center, which I'm not doing with this one. So I don't think I've done it with any of them, because I've already got some prepared. Because now you're going to need to sit this over to one side to also let it dry. I try not to use the heat gun, because you end up getting it out of shape. So, and it's not like you can put it down and then put the heat gun over it, because it'll just blow everywhere. So, you know, just move it over to one side, go and get yourself a cup of coffee or whatever. And by the time you finish your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, you'll probably find that it'll be dry. So I've got a whole heap made up. Now they're still a little bit damp, but hopefully we'll be okay. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to start putting the petals together, okay? Now this one is more open than this one, so I'm going to use this one for the bottom, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some glue, and we're just going to put a little bit of glue in the center there. And I should have actually kept my foam piece over here, because it actually makes it easier to put them together. And then what you want to do is, instead of doing it the same as those petals there, put this petal in between two, like so. And then you're going to grab your ball tool, and you're just going to press in the center there, okay? And then we're going to go again. And as I say, it depends on the kind of look you're going for. Depends on how many you would use. Now, this one here is the next size down. So the first two were the large ones. Now I'm going down one size. Okay. And we'll do the same thing again. Offset it. And press in the center, like so. And now I'm actually going to grab one of the smallest ones, and we'll do the same again. Once I get the tip back off, I always like to put the lid straight back on, just so that it doesn't start drying up the top there, because it is painful trying to get your glue bottle to work when it's clogged up. Okay, so we're going to press in the center there again, and then we're going to move that over to one side, because I'm actually going to leave it just like that. We're going to do more to that one. Okay, so this time we're going to make it a little bit fuller. So we grab one of the big ones again. Actually, I think I've got I've got 3 large ones, so we're going to use all 3 large. And offset it. There we go. Next. Gluing them together it goes pretty quick. It's the die cutting and the shaping that actually takes the longest. So, alright, so now I'm going down to the medium size. And push that one in. And grab another one. Like so. Grab another one. Let's see how many we can get in here, eh? Like so. Sit and dry. Now, as soon as they're dry, I'll come back and then we'll get to the next part, because it's not going to take long to dry, but it gives me a chance to just quickly go and grab the other item that I forgot. So I'll be back in a second. So when it comes to the center, you can use a pearl, you can use pretty much anything that you want. What I have found is using the gold micro beads, it sort of gives it that natural look, especially in the very deep one. And all I'm going to do is grab my glue, and I put some in the center. And then I'm going to grab my micro beads, pour it in the center, and then tip it upside down, give it a bit of a tap to get rid of any loose ones. And as you can see, it looks kind of more natural. It looks like, you know, yeah, anyway. I'm lost for words today, apparently. It's been one of those hectic mornings, so they will always do it to me. Now, if you would notice, I'm actually feeling it quite a fair bit, so, and then again, just upside down, tap it off, and move it over to the side. So, I will let that glue dry, and that will take a little bit because it was reasonably thick. And once it's dry in the center, I'll come back and we put some of this Foundry Wax on. Okay, so now that it's dry, we're going to put some of this Foundry Wax on. Now, one thing to remember is always give it a really good shake, so it's all mixed together well. And all I'm going to do is put some on my little glass here, and I'm going to pick up this paintbrush and just dip it into that, and now I'm just going to put some on there, like so. And literally I'm just putting it on the tips. Now, the one thing about the Foundry Wax is you actually do need to work with it pretty quick because it does turn into a powder. But this stuff is just awesome. I absolutely love working with it. So that one's done. I'll move that over to the side. It's not complete, but the first part is done. Now with this one, and yes, I'm putting a little bit more down because I can do it quite quickly. So I'm just going to dip it in again, and this time I'm just running over it because this one is so much fuller. It's a little bit easier to do. Now, generally what I do is I grab a baby wipe and I wipe it off my glass, and then generally what I do is I rub the excess onto the baby wipe. Just like that. Now I will end up giving it a proper wash, but it's clean enough for now. So now I'm going to grab my heat gun and we're going to heat it. And done. So there you have it, and that's how you get the effects. And I don't know if you can see it, but you know, it gets really shiny where before it wasn't shiny. So you know, it just gives it that little bit of a sparkle, I suppose. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please make sure you like the video, and if you haven't done so already, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified of any new videos that are coming up. And I've got the feeling I'm actually going to start producing more and more on a regular basis. I'm sort of finding ways around things. So, and also don't forget to share the video, you know, to your friends, families, you know, social media, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that will get good use out of the video. Until next time, I'll see you later, and I hope you have an awesome rest of the week and an awesome weekend. See you later. Bye.